I would like to end on a couple of happy notes, though, if we may.
Sure.
First is an article from the, I want to, oh God, Meta, I can't think of the name.
The Friendly Atheist?
Friendly Atheist,
Yeah.
thank you. The Friendly Atheist, he posted this, and it's just lovely. So, I don't know, Mark, if you can put the picture up of the person here. The Secular Student Alliance just got its first middle school chapter. Now that 12-year-old student Bailey Harris has begun one at Open Classroom Charter School in, get this, Salt Lake City.
Wow.
Yeah, Salt Lake City, Utah. For those of you who are maybe elsewhere in the world or been living under a rock, Salt Lake City is the mecca, if you will, for Mormons. The population of Mormons there must be, what, 90% or something?
Yeah, it's big.
It's extraordinarily pervasive, and it runs everything. If that name sounds familiar, it's because Bailey has been featured on this site for, that would be Hemet Menta's site.
Friendly Atheist.
For her series of Stardust books exploring the universe and introducing science to children. So this is a little girl to be watched. See what she does in the world. No wonder the 7th grader wanted to start a group to discuss religion with her classmates. Through her father, Doug, I asked Bailey some questions about why she started the group and what she hopes to accomplish. I was told the group is currently going through the approval process, but there don't appear to be any obstacles. There's a supportive faculty sponsor, and Bailey has received overwhelming support from school staffers and other students in Salt Lake City. This is interesting. It's possible there will be some pushback later from religious students who don't think or don't understand why, really, an atheist group should exist at their school, but Bailey is prepared for those conversations. Bailey is most excited by the idea of creating a safe community for secular students at her school. There are so many secular students that feel that they are alone, and she believes that this will help them find each other and build a positive community. In Utah, religious students have very natural, built-in community. Most of the high schools have a Mormon seminary building built next door to the schools, and the schools allow release time for students to take Book of Mormon and other religious classes. It's basically Sunday school. She feels that having Secular Student Alliance on campus will help secular students feel that they are a part of something special as well. As for discussion topics, they'll run the gamut of social political concerns that preteens are discussing anyway, like women's rights and LGBTQ rights, which are difficult to debate without religion entering the conversation. The group will also be doing some charity work. More power to her if she can get it off the ground and running. Just wow and wonderful. I kudos to you, kiddo.
That's great.
Awesome. Let's see. The community building and having a safe place. I'll tell you what, that is important. And I have that, and I hope wherever you are, you have it. And if you don't have it, you can build it. And if you don't know how to build it, there's a Godless Bitches episode on it, if you look back in history there. It's just a few episodes ago. And also just 2 weeks ago, I can't remember now. Oh, wait, no, it's going to air soon. We are going to have an episode in which Mandisa Thomas talks about how and why she started her group. So there are special reasons to start groups. Sometimes it's because of race. Sometimes it's because you need that safe place where religion is so incredibly pervasive, like in Salt Lake City. And Tracie, you said you had a happy story.
Oh,
too.
Yeah, I think that was just the little girl, right? Like,
yeah.
So the little girl at her school had a Ruth. What was it? It was a superhero day, I guess, where they got to dress up like superheroes, and she's like apparently a big Ruth Bader Ginsburg fan. So she dressed up like RGB. And I think it's funny because they're running that a series called, Notorious RGB, and they called her Adorable RGB. And
it's just super cute.
Yeah, and she went to her school as RGB, and then somebody in Ginsburg's office saw it, sent it to her, and Ginsburg was like, I need to send her a little note. So she sent her a little handwritten note. So the little girl got a letter from Ginsburg, and apparently she was super excited about that when she got home. I couldn't wait to read it when she got home from school. And she's a prolific reader, apparently, and like the little girl likes to read. And in Googling some other things, what I found is that there's actually a Halloween costume where you buy it and dress up like RGB if that's what you want to do for Halloween. I'm telling you, anybody that comes to my door in that is getting like double fistfuls of candy. So just FYI, to the kiddies out there, if you're in my neighborhood, show up and you will get the lion's share for that one.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, that reminds me. I should. My daughter has always wanted to be badass things for Halloween costume. When she was like 5 years old, I think, she wanted to be a fire wolf. And I was like, okay, how do you do a fire wolf? But we'll do a fire wolf. And we did the makeup, and she crouched and snarled, and it was awesome. And then Velociraptor, and Ventress. If you know Star Wars, Ventress is one of the powerful, almost witch-like women.
Okay.
And she knocked that puppy out of the park. Maybe I should bring that for the Halloween episode to show people my daughter just dressed up as Ventress. And this year, she wants to be a witch, which I think is awesome. That's what I wanted to always be when I was a kid at Halloween, because I wanted that sort of power. So that's some good stuff for you, y'all. All righty. So with the stuff that's coming up in the world, if you're hurting again, I feel it. Yeah, I understand. If you're in the Austin area, come to the ACA. I'll give you a mom hug. And just remember this. We don't need a savior. We have each other. It's all we've ever had and all we'll ever need.